Did you miss me? That's how them old pimps used to pop back on the scene. Did you miss me? You feel me? Doing another one of these coffee cup convos, you dig? When I started doing them, I just thought it would be dope if somebody who like really liked them was like, man, I really like those, and gave me a coffee cup, or and so my brother James popped up and gave me a coffee cup, and he felt like something I should keep doing. So shout out to my brother James, man. I love you, bro. He actually liked these little messages I was sharing. This is his company, Up Close Home Inspections. So he gave me a coffee cup with his company. That's how much he really liked it, these little messages I was giving. So this is what he do. He goes into homes and he finds the problems, for realtors, right? And I mean, he be thorough with it too. I done seen, he got some videos on TikTok himself where he be showing like, the homes he going into. He do commercial properties also, but he go in and he finds the problems, and then he like lets them know this is what you need to do to fix it also. So, he's all about correcting problems. And so that's what, this message is about. You feel me? That's where it's at right there. I like that Columbia. You dig? This is something that's been on me. Hold on. Just seeing where everything is at in the world. That's where in church and out of church and just in the world, man. Sometimes we're not accepting of correction. And I feel like that's a powerful thing, especially with the younger generation, with these younger cats out here. Because these younger cats out here, man, that kind of just running wild, But then whenever you try to, some of them, a lot of them, whenever us older cats try to step to them and be like, hey, little homie, they're not accepting of it. And I see that, we can see that in politics, just to be trill, gun-ho on staying with, with the mistake that they already planted their feet in. And I mean, we all do that. It's not just a particular people or a particular situation. We all do that, where we might have made a mistake and we just don't want to accept the correction from a brother or especially a stranger, And like I was saying with the younger cats, with the younger generation, and doing what you feel, and somebody step to you and tell you, what you feel ain't always right, The Bible, the word shows us where the heart can be deceiving. Knowing that your heart can be deceiving and what we feel can be deceiving, we should be more accepting of correction, I'm gonna share with you out of Proverbs. Proverbs, you can find everything in Proverbs. You can even find Jesus in Proverbs, You can find everything in Proverbs, man. So I'm gonna give y'all Proverbs 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord. Chastening, that's like being chastised back in the day. You did. You remember back when your big cousin used to chastise you? Sit down. Okay, but hold on. We're going to keep going. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. So that just letting you know, like, you're gonna make mistakes, but don't be joyful, be happy in the correction that comes from the Lord. And you hear a lot of people talk about, well, God is in us. Well, God is in us. Well, if you even believe, if you one of them people that believe that, then you should be accepting of the correction from your brother. Because God is in us, right? Or, even somebody off the street is upset with you because of something that you did. And they might display anger, while trying to tell you, hey, yo, that was messed up. That was wrong. Why you do that? That don't mean come out, I can do what I want. That don't mean do that. Be accepting of, the correction. You did. And I know that's something that the Lord definitely put on me was, not to just recognize my problems and have conviction, be accepting of the brothers or just the people that come around me that, they're reproof. accept, what they're telling me. And so this is another one too. Verse, yeah. Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 17. I'm gonna say it again. So Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth. So, those two out of Proverbs really just set in on me, was like, oh, sometimes we just got to be accepted of the reproof, of the correction from others. And a lot of us, we don't want to accept that correction. Right now, we just going through life thinking that, what we feel or what's in our heart, like that's right. And it's not always right. Like I've been saying, we have to be willing to accept that correction from the Lord and from our brothers and even from strangers when it come upon us. And right now, the time that we're living in, it feels like we're not willing to even be accepting of that. Maybe this message might make you feel like, hey, let me try to be more accepting of correction, no matter where it might come from. I was talking to a brother last night at this show. He was talking about edifying. He just kept saying edifying. And it's like, that's all we're trying to do, We're trying to edify each other, And even cats my age, mid-30s and still trying to live in their past. It's time for us to be corrected so that we can grow. That's the main thing with being corrected. It's not to make you feel bad, make you feel dumb, make you feel stupid. It's to help us grow. It's to help us learn from our mistakes. The same thing we tell our kids. Well, now here it is. We ain't kids no more. You did. We 30. Some of us is 40. And we're not willing to accept the correction so that we can grow where we should be. And I see a lot of it. I know other folks too. I know other folks gotta see it too. I mean, ain't nothing special about me. You feel me? And I know if I see it, other folks gotta see it. Real talk. So, like my brother James, like what he do? He go in, he see a problem, and he correct it so that house can get, its full value. And so when you buying a house, and my brother James come in, he like, yo, this gotta be corrected, that's gotta be corrected, this has gotta be fixed also. You think they'd be like, no, ain't nothing wrong with it. That crack is supposed to be in the wall. Nope, that fuse is not old. And then they sell the house. No, they go in and they correct the problem. They fix the problem. So then the equity, so then the price, it can grow. And that's what we need to do. We need to have somebody come, like the Holy Spirit, but it could be our brothers next to us, come and say, hey, this is a problem. Your mouth is a problem. You cuss too much. You really should stop smoking. Hey, try to love a little bit more, And they can point that out and we can say, you know what, you're right. We need to fix that. We need to be accepting of that correction. We need to be accepting of that reproof so that we don't err. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this one right here. So, a lot of people always know that Simon, denied Jesus 3 times. Everybody loves to bring that up. But Peter denied Jesus. Because, we all deny Jesus, But here's the other slicker thing about that. And a lot of people don't know this either. I mean, I didn't know this until I started building my relationship with the Lord. Jesus, when he came back, when he was resurrected, him and Peter was sitting on the side of the lake. They was eating together. Pretty sure they was laughing together, telling stories. You remember we was going through that town and that girl touched the bottom of your garment? Man, she had so much faith. They just doing they thug thizzle. They doing them. And then Jesus broke it out and he corrected them. And he was like, Peter, do you love me? So Peter like, yeah, I love you. So he's like, hold up, Peter, do you love me? So Peter was getting like, a little like testy, like, yes, I love you. You are my Lord. I love you. Then he did it again, like, Peter, do you love me? So then Peter was like, okay, I'm being corrected. I love you. So, sometimes we just got to be corrected, but we need to be accepting of that correction so that we can grow. And that's the message. That's the thing that's really just been, put heavy on my heart through this relationship I've been having with the Lord. And I'm thankful that the Lord has placed people around me like James, other cats too, that I can look to that can correct me and edify me. So, that's the message. So, but before I get up out of here, y'all know music is a really big, that's why I'm even in your face, hopefully. And I want to share with y'all my brother Young CZ. You know what I mean? He got a few songs, but he got some great songs. And my favorite one, that Fiji, I'm on that Fiji water. So my brother Young CZ, man, I'm gonna put his info out there for you, and I hope that you check him out. Real talk. So that's it, man. That's the end of the message. Be accepting of correction, and shouts out to my brother James and up close home inspections. You feel me? So that's it. Doses.